Good morning, everybody. Just leaving campsite now. It is 20 of 8. I was up at 5:30. Started getting ready, but we had some things we had to take care of. I got 2 really bad hot spots on the balls of my feet, and I got 2 major blisters on my heels. So I had to tape them up. Hopefully it won't get me off the trail, but it's gonna have to get really bad for that to happen. So I bandaged them up, taped them up, and then I have some fat rash or some hot spots on my thighs. I think it's from my shorts rubbing, so I had to take care of that. And then I said, screw it, I'm making a nice breakfast. I had this scramble with, excuse me. Oh, here's the mud. Didn't even start raining. Had eggs, hash browns, sausage, onions, peppers. It was really good. So I cooked that up and made a coffee. Had a nice little breakfast. Then I had to filter water. Then I had to pack everything up, put it in my backpack. And as soon as I did that, oh, my GPS is in the bag that I sleep with to keep everything from freezing. So I had to unpack everything again, get my GPS out, and now we're back on track. So we're gonna try and do 14 miles today. I'd like to get to where the World's End State Park starts. And then the following day, I'd like to be in World's End State Park and then camp at the Sones Pond and then have a short walk out on Wednesday. So there's where we're going. That's where we came from. And that big knob up there is what we've been walking around it. I guess we walk around it and then we go up it. Yeah, I really wish I had my buff. But anyway, there's mile 29. 29 point something is halfway. So we made it halfway. Now we got 2.5 more days. And that knob looks like it's getting bigger. Everybody have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Happy Monday. Make the best of it. We'll talk to you soon. Sorry for the quick jerk motion. I just heard a loud noise up there. I was hoping to catch something on video. So far the trail is very well marked. Not like yesterday. And only about a mile into it, I have to thank Bert, who makes Bert bees, because my chafing issue is not a problem right now. And whoever created Leuco tape, that stuff is like super glue on a patch. Blisters are sore as hell, but they're manageable. So hopefully we can make this 14 miles today in a reasonable time. We don't have to set up in the dark. Still going around that knob. I think it'd been easier to go up and over it. Got to go up it anyway. I guess that's the way to make the mileage. And I wish, oh, sorry about that. I wish I had $1 for every time I was trying to handle this phone yesterday and drop my hiking stick. Good stuff. But anyway, very remote trail. There's areas you do come in you'll go through a thick forest, up and over a couple mountains, then you'll hit a logging road, or you'll hit a dirt road. Last night I stayed about 500 yards from it wasn't gravel, it wasn't dirt, it was like millings. And I bet you a total of 15 cars from the time I set up camp until I left this morning went by. So it's not like it's that area is really desolate, but man, once you get in the woods, very few people. And if you do see them, it's by the parking lots. I did check one register, and a week ago, a couple through hiked. They were from Pittsburgh. So other than that, like I said, very well marked today. The sky so far is clear. So man, I hope that rain holds off. That'd be sweet. But anyway, we'll talk to you in a bit. I'm sure you don't want to hear me ramble anymore. You guessed it. We started climbing. Came up that way. Switching back here. And up, and away. Is baby steep. I know the one mountain they say is 1920 or 1940 elevation today. I don't know what we started at, but we were down in the holler. We're getting to the top. Well, we just crested the top. Pretty decent view, but I think it's going to take us over to the other side here and give us the ultimate view. We'll see. That was a steep climb, and I'm very glad they had switchbacks, but I think they were the steepest and the longest ones I've done to date. All right, I won't bore you with this anymore. I get to a cool spot, I'll let you know. Well, I'm still walking in the woods after I climbed that switchbacks, and the view that I saw there apparently was the view. If I'd have turned left when I got to the top, there was a road I crossed to go in the woods, but there was no signage or anything. But in the guidebook it said if you turn left there and you go 0.3, that there's day parking only, and there's a little vista there. So I'm quite a few tenths away from that. Actually, I think I'm almost a mile. I'm not turning around. I saw it from the top. That is probably just a little bit nicer without the trees from that vista, but there's a road up to it, so definitely have to come and check that out. And definitely want to check out Angel's Falls. There's with all my shenanigans on the poor, due to the poor blazing and me not paying attention. There was a little bit of both. I didn't have time to go. I think that was 0.4 or 5 downhill to Angel's Falls. But that's pretty easily accessible from a parking lot. You climb up the mountain, go down there, Blue Blaze, and that's not that bad of a hike, so I have to do that sometime too. This is a beautiful area. So much stuff to see, so much history. Highly suggested if you get a chance. So today we'll be climbing the infamous ladder by the waterfall, and I think there's a view of 87 we'll even get too, so we must be up pretty high. So very well blazed today. Something cool comes up, we'll show you, but for now we're just heading on down the trail. The thing while I was thinking of it is it's also pretty accessible from that parking area where I stayed at last night to go up to Mary's Window Vista, I think it's called, and just past that is that beautiful gorge. I think it was Dutchman's Gorge or Dillon's Gorge. Very, very cool for you know, just for a little hike or even for a day. That would be awesome. So there's a lot of this can be accessible with day hikes, but a good bit of it is you can only see if you're gonna spend the night out here. But some very, very cool day hikes for sure. So you know, I would highly recommend Angels Falls. I would recommend that well, from that parking lot I stayed at, you can go this way to the Vista, or you could just drive up. I think that's High Knob. And then to that gorge, go the other way, and Mary's View. Very cool scenery, beautiful woods. I don't want to jinx myself, but I haven't seen any wildlife. I wouldn't mind seeing some wildlife, but not up close and personal while I'm sleeping. Been hanging my bear bag and haven't had any issues, but you just never know. Wildlife. Alright, I'm done boring you to death. Just thought I'd throw that in there. We did start off walking across a swamp this morning, so I don't have to wait till the rain comes to get wet feet. So like I said, something cool comes back up, I'll let you know, but for now we're just descending. That was real interesting. That doesn't do it justice. I'll try and get a picture from further down. little opening, and if you look all the way down, there's where the falls are that I was just at. Jack's window, everybody. Right back down into the gorge. That's easy. You ought to see the stuff I just came down. I couldn't even have my phone out. I was in this gorge, climbed all the way out of it, now I'm back in it. I got a feeling there's a waterfall right there. Oh, here's the ladder. Huh. Road Falls. Alright, I'm gonna climb down this ladder. This is what I gotta climb over first. And then once I'm down there, it's like the trail continues up this way. But I'll get a view of the falls. How's that for a campsite? Let me bring it back here. Check this out. That's what makes climbing up and out of these things worth it. Coming down that's a little dicey with a 45-pound pack and poles. And then you step on wet, slippery rocks. Went straight down in, straight down up again, and up that way. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And that mountain, you go all the way up in, and that gorge is back in there. Absolutely beautiful. I've seen some steep mountains, but that is almost sheer vertical. It's a big knob in the mountain. Crazy. I'm glad we're going around it. Well, look what's welcoming me at mile 36 here. Watch this. Woo. 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 So what the hell was that? I'm out of here. He's up in that tree now. He says, man, that guy's nuts. Yeah, he's not too wrong. Should have never opened my mouth about that mountain and that knob. We're going up it. Halfway up when I saw the owl. And the blisters I took care of this morning, they just came back with a vengeance. So I stopped and put some more tape on. Gonna limp along here now and see how far we can get. Sure is beautiful, but it's rugged. It's tough. And I don't know if my feet are just that soft or it's the shoes or what, but we got blister problems. But otherwise, it's a nice day, and the rain, knock on wood's held off. So we'll see where we can get, but trail goes up that way. See if we see any more wildlife. We wrapped all the way around that knob, and we're turning here again, and it goes straight up. We're gonna be on top of that sucker. There's no way I thought we'd get to the top of this thing, but we're headed there. Drenched in sweat. We made it to the top, and looking around the other mountains, there's none taller than this. So we made it. Foot's still attached for now. Boy, that hair's getting out of control. All right, catch up with you soon. Right down there, you can't even see some of the tops of the trees of where I was. But that's where I said, boy, that sure is tall. Here we are. Crazy. Nice little campsite right on the very top of the highest point that I think around here. Not a bad view either. Wow, that's awesome. So just came out of the woods. There's a road. So if you want to come up here and check out the most awesome camping spot, you need water though. There's no water up here. But that is awesome. But it looks like an easy way to get here. All right, let's keep going. Still on top of this mountain. I got 4 miles to go ish, maybe 5. Now I looked at the weather forecast. I got reception when I left that last vista. No rain today, starts at 11 tonight and pretty much all day tomorrow. So I think we're gonna try and make it a 14-mile day if my feet will let me. Just gotta take it easy. What a beautiful place. That's where we came out of. Alrighty, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Wiped out today. Really wasn't hungry for lunch, so I just kept pressing on because I'm a little bit slower with my feet all jacked up. So just stopped a couple minutes ago. It's about 4 o'clock. I was at mile 40 and I loaded up with water. The whole time I was on top of that mountain, and for a long stretch after that there was no water, so I loaded up with water here, and I'm gonna make it 2 more miles. That'll make it 14 for today. I did get a chance to check the weather when I was way up on top of the country up there, and it said about 11 o'clock it's gonna rain, and then pretty much all day rain, then maybe stop around 7 p.m. tomorrow. So I'd rather get some of these climbs out of the way, even with sore feet, because with wet sore feet it's going to be even worse. So I got to go up about 400 feet, down 200, up another 600, and then camp. So about 2 miles, then we're going to set up camp, and then I'll touch base when we get to camp. But for now, I'm just going to try and pound this out. We're going 1 foot in front of the other. And I just got some snacks out of my, since I didn't have lunch, I should eat something. So I got some snacks and some peanuts with espresso chocolate covered beans, and some of them Welch's fruit chews. Oh, I could eat a whole bag of them. All right, hope you're having a great day. We'll touch base with you at camp. Mountain ranges, heading into World's End State Park. Had views like that all day when I was on the top. Either that or I was climbing in and out of gorges. So we got to hammer down. We just got a rain squall. I started putting all the rain gear on and it stopped. So I need to hurry up and get back to camp. Set up. Talk at you soon. Something big went through here. A twisted up mess everywhere. Wouldn't want to be in here when this went through. Wow. Like there's a little iron in that water. Hey everybody, it's about 7:30. I just sat down. I rode into camp about 5 o'clock, and it took me an hour to find 2 trees that weren't dead or were for. You ought to see the setup I'm at now. I'll have to take pictures in the morning. It's supposed to be raining now. Hold on a sec. I had a lot of ticks lately. But it took me an hour. Because I'm right here where 3, 4. I think it's 4 little falls come into one. And there's all these little islands. I'm on one of the islands in a little gully. So I'm way up in the air, and I put some dead logs underneath my hammock to put everything so it doesn't get wet when it drains down through the gully. But it took me and it started to rain while all this was going on. So I looked and looked and looked, and finally I said, screw it, I'm using these 2 trees. And then they weren't the right space, so I had to switch to the other tree. So I made it work. Anyway, long story short, you probably don't want to hear that. Coming down this hill to this campsite, it was wicked rocks, and I twisted my left ankle pretty bad. It hurts. This one hurts, and it's sticking around, so hopefully it's not too bad in the morning. We're going to try and continue. We don't have 10 miles isn't easy 10 miles on this trail. But I wanted to do 10 miles to, or 10 or 11 miles to Soane's Pond. And then I have an easy day to my extraction on Wednesday. So I'm going to look at all that information tonight. But yeah, twisted my ankle coming down. Couldn't find a camping spot. Wasn't listed on the map. Then I did see it way up the trail. But anyway, it's really nice. I mean, it sounds like a constant wind with all this water coming down. So anyway, looked at the weather when I was up on top. I think it's supposed to start raining around 11, but I got a rain shower on the way like a mile from camp. But it stopped right away. So looks like pretty much rain all day tomorrow. So it'll be the first time packing everything up in the rain. And then I got to camp and finally found 2 trees. And then had to get everything. Anyway, what I was saying before, just took 2 deer ticks off of me. Finally did get to camp. Finally found the 2 trees. Got all set up. And now it's dark. So went down by the creek and made my meal. Wasn't really that hungry, but I ate anyway. And then after I ate my meal, then I went and hung my bear bag. I can't find any branches around here. Finally got it hung. Then I forgot something. Then I forgot something else. So it's been a day. So I'm laying in the hammock now. I'll get the rest of the stuff later. But hopefully it's a good night. Doesn't rain too hard. And I'll see you in the morning. Have a great night. Hey, just another follow-up. I did 12 miles on the trail. 16 miles actually walked. So I don't know what's wrong. I did get twisted up a couple times, not too many. But, I don't know if that's, going to get water, do this, that, and the other thing. But that just seems like a big distance off. But 16 versus 12, those 12 miles were hard. They were really hard. Got a good picture of an owl today. I'll make sure I post that. So hope everybody's doing well, and take care and have a great night. We'll see you in the morning.